Hi guys, what are we going to do today? We are going to take this book that we had just done and all the other projects that we've been doing, and we are going to show you how we incorporated all of them to go from this to this. Let's get started. So this is the book that we just did, and here is the one that is finished. I'm sure you can see it's quite a bit thicker. So I've added some stamping, some extra elements. This is a pocket we had done in another video. This page, I used my Bohemian Brights to cover the page, and then you can see some of the layering we did as in our teacup video, but miniature. It's one of the tags we had used from our masterboard. So you can see we've added a lot of different pieces of decoupage paper. We've even used a few transfers, different types of paints and stamps to give all of these pages some interest. Side tucks and also fun flaps. This was also mini field journal. Here is a trifold. So there's so much you can do to add interest to every page that you do up and make each one unique. This was from our dimensional decoupage, and you can see after I had done it, I just added fun words and definitions to each of the squares. And this is one of our pocket corners that we added here, and you can see on this side, it just adds something really fun, but you could also tuck something into this corner. Or this could mark the page that you're actually working on or journaling on. We had also shown some fun ways to take old vintage photographs and use them. And this is one we had done, similar to the field journal, but we actually made each page into a fun pocket. So most of these fun little pockets and envelopes and pieces and tucks that we're adding in here are great to use because I'm using them as something to hold other fun pieces and notes or photos or little tags or places to write in my journal. And hopefully as we go through this, you can see some of the other fun ways I had used some of these elements. Here was another corner that we had made, and I just glued it onto the page, and I could use it to tuck another photograph in. So on this page, it was the same idea as doing a masterboard, but what I did is I did it on a single page and tried to use similar colors to do this page up. Here's the index card pocket that we had done, showing you how to use stamps and index card, and we've just layered it and added more on here. You could have tags or embellishments coming out the top or the side on this one because both sides are open. We've used the 4-page pockets once again. Sometimes just finding a fun theme and then just decorating around that theme. This one I thought was really, really interesting. It is actually the original magazine article, President Roosevelt and then also Albert Einstein at 17 years old. And it's just a fun little message, but I really wanted to keep that in with the photographs of them. And I just thought that was so fun. I didn't want to cover that up. So sometimes you're going to find a really fun article or something interesting. You're going to want to leave because it is fun. This was the tab pocket that we had done. And this was kind of fun to do up and add lots of bits to each tab. And once again, this is the index card pocket, stickers or stamps or journaling images. This paper right here was more of a shipping paper. It was a little thinner, so I wanted to give it a little more thickness and stability. So I added just another fun piece into the center of it. And you can see how I've used different textures of different papers. This is more of a handmade paper. Here is another fun one. What we had done is taken the page, I folded it in and folded it under to take a full page and make it into just a fun pocket. And this was one of the Japanese rice papers on the one side, and I had glued the back side together to give it more stability. I had shown at one time how to make fun little notepads just using a heavy-duty stapler and making your own pads. So this one is kind of thick, but it's got a lot of room to write lots of wonderful things. So if you want to take a piece from your masterboard, you can also use that as the front of a notebook, and that could give a lot of interest to your page. This was the original page that I put in my signature, and I loved that it just said Happy New Year. It was black and white. It was kind of fun. So I added some things that looked like that it might go with that and just kept the page as is. Here was another page we had used the brights on the tissue paper. These beautiful frames. I really had fun doing these. And you can see where I used inks, and it's just waiting for me to come up with something wonderful on this page. So some of these pages back here, I've started, but I've kind of left until I know my book has gotten quite large. Even if I don't do a lot more, I could actually use some of these pages and write in white gel ink. I could write notes on here. We had used our paint inlays with our Bohemian Brights on this paper. So before I put my signatures in this one, I had done a little bit of sewing and sewing pieces around. It's easier to do sewing on your pages before you put your signatures into your book. Here was another fun video we had done, definitely quite a bit of interest, this fun leaf envelope. And I had changed it up a little bit where I made this end open so I could put it in here and then set it right there, but I could also slide some things into this side. You can probably see that a lot of these pages are quite different. We had used different textures, different weights, different types of papers, and we really wanted to experiment with a lot of things. Like this right here is just a shipping paper. I took one of my stencils and just drew the journaling tabs. And as you can see, we even used old bingo cards. We've used fun game pieces. We've tried to incorporate a lot of different elements to show you that you probably have so much already that you could use so many things that you already have at home. This was another one that I had sewn before I glued down, but I don't feel like I have to have this 100% finished all at once. So I hope you guys thought there were a lot of fun ideas, and it gives you ideas to spark your creativity to come up with a fun journal yourself. Okay guys, this was a long journey, but I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'm hoping from some of the things we've shown you and even some of the previous things we've done, you could see how to make those easily, but also how to incorporate them into any journal or book or project that you're doing. I would really love to see what you guys come up with, but whatever you do, have fun.